battling respiratory issues. Now, our top story today, the United Nations Special Rapporteur on the occupied Palestinian territories, Francesca Albanese, has issued a scathing condemnation of Israel's actions in Gaza, calling the region's humanitarian foundation a death trap engineered to kill or displace its people. The rapporteur described the situation in Gaza as apocalyptic, accusing Israel of being responsible for what she called one of the cruelest genocides in modern history. The rapporteur called on international community to impose a full arms embargo on Israel, along with the suspension of all trade agreements and investment ties with the country. The comments come amid mounting global pressure over the humanitarian crisis unfolding in Gaza. I want to apologise for my language earlier there. We are talking about the Palestinian territories in Israel. We're now joined by Peter Baum, who's the foreign editor of the Weekly Blitz, located in London, to discuss this in further detail. Peter, I want to get your immediate response to this this statement that's been issued by the United Nations Rapporteur, the accusation of genocide, which is something that echoes throughout current modern discourse. How do you respond to this? And do you think these statements ignore the threats Israel faces from Hamas?
Thank you, Thomas. Glad to be with you and your viewers and listeners. The report from the UN Rapporteur comes as no surprise. It's predictable in its demonisation of Israel, because those of us who have been following the Israel-Palestinian situation for decades understand that this particular lady is a virulently anti-Jewish state commentator, and she has been given a platform to express her views. Now, in many circles, especially in the United States, they've even asked she be removed from her position because her views are so biased. And yet,
Peter, I just want to get your sources of this statement that you're making, that this UN official is biased against Israel, just so you can inform our viewers.
Thomas, this goes back for generations. United Nations Watch and the various members of the current Trump administration are quoting sources going back years. I think, Thomas, you will find, although she presents herself as being a lawyer, she's not a lawyer. So that tells you something about herself. She's based in Tunisia. She's been a pro-Palestinian activist for decades. And I think the Trump administration have asked the UN to actually remove her from her post. The UN body to which she's affiliated to has refused to do so and got out the report rather quicker than was expected, because the Trump administration are putting so much pressure on them to remove the lady from her post. So it's well known in diplomatic circles. She's actually just been barred from giving a talk at a university in Switzerland, in Bern, because of her rabid anti-Semitism. Now that should tell you and our viewers something about where she's coming from on this. So the report itself was predictable. It's same old, and does nothing to move the peace process further. All it does is further isolate Israel in global opinion, but hopefully in the weeks and months to come, her report will just be put in the dustbin where it belongs.
Okay, thank you very much, Peter. We move on to our next story in a related development. A deadly